Hi, this is Michelle Aiden at the Capitol with Representative Brian King to talk about House Bill 178 about Good Landlord Programs. Can you just first of all tell us a little bit about your bill?
Sure. Cities and towns right now under the Utah State Code have the ability to set up what they call Good Landlord Programs. These are programs that are designed to provide landlords with training, make sure that they lease habitable premises to people, that they treat landlords well, treat tenants well, that kind of thing. They're good programs by and large. But right now, Utah Code allows cities to require that landlords, in order to participate in the Good Landlord Program, not rent to anyone with a criminal history in the last 4 years. In other words, they put the thumb on the scale of the relationship between landlords and tenants and discourage landlords. They put economic penalties in place for landlords who rent to people who have had a criminal history in the last 4 years, and I think that's a problem. I think that what we're trying to do is make sure that folks who have had recent criminal problems and have just gotten out of jail or prison have an opportunity to get back up on their feet. So the Good Landlord bill that I'm running is an effort to remove that thumb on the scales that we give to cities to basically make it even harder for people who have had criminal histories to get back up on their feet.
Are you receiving much opposition on this bill?
Not a lot. The cities that are doing it right now are primarily Ogden City, and there are a couple of other smaller cities that want the right to do it. They think that that helps them police their neighborhoods and have better environments that are free of criminal activity. But we don't really find a lot of, I don't think there's much statistically to support the argument that these prohibitions or these penalties that are put in place on landlords are things that help keep down criminal activity in a city. And the problem is landlords under the law, if my bill passes, will still have the ability to rent to whoever they want. And it's hard enough once a landlord knows that an individual has a criminal history to persuade a lot of landlords to rent to them. So you're already talking about a group of people that are struggling to find good housing. And if we just pass this bill and take the thumb off the scale that cities currently put on the scale in favor of telling landlords don't rent to people with a past criminal history, I think it makes it more likely that people who are trying to, basically put their past behind them, become more responsible citizens, good taxpayers, provide for their families, makes it more likely they'll be able to do that.
Okay. And lastly, why is this bill so important to you?
When I first heard about this practice of municipalities, cities being able to do this and really incentivize landlords to keep people who've had recent criminal history from being able to lease space, I went, are you kidding? This can't be right. It just, in keeping with the kind of principles that I know Libertas cares about very much, it struck me as an improper interference by government on the kind of activities that I'd like to think as a citizen in the state of Utah I should be free to carry out without interference. So what struck me as really making me want to run the bill was helping people who are sort of marginalized right now and really struggling, and getting government out of our keeping them from interfering with what we're trying to do.
Okay, great. If you would like more information or to contact your legislator, just click on the link in the description below.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.